Hey guys, Peter James here. I just thought I'd show you a few of the patches that I've put inside the bundles Transcendent, Majestic and Matchless from multitracks.com. All of these patches you can buy just individually if you don't want a whole pack, but I'd recommend getting them in the bundles if you can because I've created multis for them. So basically Omnisphere multis are combinations of individual patches, so you can set it up with all the sounds for that song and play it on one patch, if that makes sense. I'm using main stage 3 here, but as you can see down here, there's no external effects. All these have been bypassed, so everything you're hearing in this demo will work if you've got Omnisphere running it in any other DAW. So you could be using Ableton, Logic, Pro Tools, any of those, and it'll sound the same as what I'm showing you in the demo. Great, let's get started. So I'll just also mention that I'm not going to show you every single patch in all of these bundles. If you want to hear individual patches, just go to the website. You can hear individual demos of all the patches, but just wanted to highlight a few of them in these bundles. Okay, so the first one I'm going to show you is a multi I've created for the song Depths from No Other Name, and you'll hear it when I play it, but basically it's a pulsing shimmer type thing. Okay, this next one's a pulsing shimmer type pad thing that I use for broken vessels. If you move the mod wheel up, it'll bring in the pulse. So I like to keep it down and then use the pulse to build it into a chorus or a big section of the song. So this next combination is for my story. I've got the lead sounds at the top and then the rest of the keyboard I've got set up with a pad sound. You can also add a pulse in there as well. I've got that in the multi. I've just turned the volume down, so I'll play it without and then I'll turn it on and show you that too. And if you go to part 5, you can turn up the pulse and have that happening with the pad. Okay, this next pad can also be used for broken vessels, or I believe it's kind of an alternative shimmer type reverby pad that I've combined, so it gets brighter when you move the mod wheel up. Okay, this next one's a more accurate pad shimmer combo that I use for I Believe. Okay, so this one's a String Machine shimmer replica of the sound that I use for I Believe. So I'll show you that one. I'll also mention that all these are adjustable, so if you want more of the shimmer or more of the original sound, you can just go into Omnisphere and just muck around with the volume levels and get it how you want it to sound. If you're looking for the pulse sound, it's at the beginning of the song and throughout. I've kept it separate, and this is the one here. Like I mentioned before, everything you're hearing is from Omnisphere, so that distorted delay thing that you hear on that patch, that was a rack that I created for Omnisphere. It's in the presets when you load it, so you can actually add that distorted delay thing onto any patch in Omnisphere, as well as the Shimmer reverb. I've also included that as a combination rack for Omnisphere, and you can just add that in to any other patch on Omnisphere as well if you buy the pack. Cool, so this is the H&E, Heaven and Earth patches. To get the full Heaven and Earth patches, you actually need Trillium. My Matchless bundle needs Trillium to run it as well. So I had to split up these multis because not everyone has Trillium. If you only have Omnisphere, you can still run all these patches, but if you want the additional patches for Heaven and Earth, they're in my Trillium pack. While we're talking about the Heaven and Earth sounds, I'll just go to the ones that are in the Trillium pack as well, just to show you them. So this has the pulse that you hear on the album, as well as additional lead sounds that make up the main lead line for that song. Okay, so this next multi is one that I've created for no other name. It starts with an organ down the bottom. If you move the mod wheel up, you can even bring the Glock sound in if you want to double some of the lead lines. Like I said before, you can adjust that. If you don't want the Glock in there, you just mute it in Omnisphere, and you don't have to have that as a layer. And then up the top, you have the lead sound for the bridge onwards of the song. So I'll show you that. Great, so that's just some of the multis and sounds from those bundles. Like I said before, it's not all of them, but if you want to check out all of them, there's audio demos on multitracks.com. Great, thanks for watching.